We are back with more analysis. It's been a while. We back. Hey, YouTube, say hi to Twitch. Twitch, say hi to YouTube. This is round one of the Elite Chess Tate Memorial, right? So I played this like 2 weeks ago. I actually had a string of tournaments now. Right now, I just played in 3 back-to-back tournaments. One was a USCF that wasn't broadcasted. One was a Tate Memorial, which I'm gonna be talking about these 9 games, and then I played in the greatest tournament of my life, which we're gonna cover, of course, for YouTube and talk about those games. Fire! Let's go, chat. Let's go. Get that energy in the chat. All right, here we go. So this first round, I'm playing Dalton Perrine here. It was Matty D. Perrine. Actually, he's in the chat as well. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm playing with the black pieces. So, okay, here we go. He goes E4. I go C5. You know, I love a Sicilian. Of course, I'm actually flexible these days because you need to be. In fact, one of the quotes on my phone talks about Fabi. It's talking about, you know, most of the top players are universal. So I like to remember that when I'm just choosing my opening choices, but also staying true to style and things that I like and things that I'm good at. So I play C5, right? Knight f3. I go D6. You know we love the Najdorf around here, chat. You know we love a Najdorfy. And then D4, C takes D4, knight takes, and knight f6, right? This is all theory. And then he goes F3. Bruh. Immediately, I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, well, this is the one that you don't study that much. Yeah, he played one of the ones that's like a strange move order. Strange move order one, bro. I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, you want a Najdorf, you know what I mean? Like, what is this? What is this, bro? Some strange move order thing. And the theory is very strange. In fact, I still don't remember the theory. I think it's E5. It's E5 here. And then after knight B3, you go D5, believe it or not. And then bishop G5. And then there's like D4, in fact. And then C3 and knight C6. And this is some wild stuff. After C takes, you sack a pawn. That's the crazy stuff with bishop D4 check. It's about to get wild, bro. Bruh. It's about to get wild out here, right? So this is some crazy stuff. And then, like, you can do knight takes E4. After, like, I mean, like, this is nuts. Bishop D2, knight takes E4. Like, queen's coming in and stuff like that. This is wild. It's a very wild thing. I know the theory now, right? I know the theory now. But at the time, I did not. In fact, I played A6 anyway, which is not the move. I mean, this is not terrible, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go A6 and see what he does. And then he goes C4, bro, which is super annoying. So now he has some type of bind here. Yeah, A6 is slow, but I also was trying to transpose into maybe an English attack with something like, okay, knight C3, E5, bishop here, bishop E7, bishop E3, H5, or maybe even bishop E6 first, queen D2, and then H5. And I transpose into an English attack here, which I'm very familiar with. I'm fine with that. Rook C8, B5, right? If knight D5, we take bishop F5. We have plans here. You also trade off the dark square bishop if castle queen side. We can draw more arrows, but we actually gonna go back here and talk about, you know, I played A6, right? And he played C4, which is different. He played C4. So I was like, oh snap, bro. Like he got this bind thing. And I'm like, this is annoying. This is very annoying. This is annoying. The Maroczy bind itself is already annoying. So him playing C4 here, super annoying. So I go G6 because of course this is where the bishop belongs. And I'm treating this somehow like a Maroczy bind where I want to play A6, B5, put the bishop on G7, castle, and like, you know, Maroczy bind it, but it's not a Maroczy bind. It's a Najdorf somehow. So knight C3, bishop G7, bishop E3 and castles. Here it's already like +1. What I was supposed to do is like even here, castling right now. Let me turn the engine on. Yeah, knight C6, that's weird. But I mean, okay, whatever. Everything's always like +1, right? We're close. Castles, bishop E2. It looks dragon-like. Like it looks like a dragon, the inclusion of A6. And then he goes bishop D7. Oh, I go bishop D7. He goes queen D2. And I go knight C6. I mean, here, this is like a Maroczy bind somehow. And I'm like, I got Maroczy bind, right? So for future reference, I know what to do. You need to attack the knight immediately and then break in the center with D5. Maybe even play D4 and stuff like that. But I play A6, which was very, very slow. After castles, knight takes D4, right? Knight takes D4. The reason for this is you want to clear the way so that I can put the bishop, you know, what's the rule? When you're cramped, right? When you're cramped, you want to trade pieces. When you have more space, you don't want to trade as much. So knight takes D4. I'm getting rid of one of the pieces, so something can go here. Rook to C8, right? I go bishop C6 with the idea of knight D7 and like, you know, do the regular Maroczy bind stuff. He goes b4, and I'm like, oh, that's a good move. Oh man, that's a good move, bro. Didn't like that because b5 is kind of annoying. My rook should already be here on c8, but it's not. So this is very annoying. This is very annoying. Didn't like this that much. But okay, right? I play rook c8. Rook c8 because you have some pressure here anyway. If b5, which I was hoping for, if b5, I can just actually take it and play bishop d7. Or I can just go bishop back to d7. And I can go bishop e6 now and reroute. This pawn's very weak. Yeah, okay, you take, but I mean, you have a weak pawn too, right? So this is fine. I go here, and this is fine. This is equal. In fact, engine says, yeah, 0.28. Very equal. Very equal. So after rook c8, he goes queen e3. This was very strong with bishop b6 ideas. Bishop b6 ideas, right? Okay. Okay. So after queen e3, let me leave it up to you guys. What do you think was played after queen to e3, chat? Okay, queen e3, it's on you. What do we play now? Queen e3. He's going bishop b6. What are you going to play? Grand Knight, what's up, bro? Hey, what's good, man? How are you? I saw Grand Knight in Charlotte when I was in Charlotte. So it's black to move here, chat. What are you going to do? What do you think I played in this position right now? Okay, we have queen d2. Nice, nice, bro. Queen to d2. That is amazing. Garbage. You do mean queen d7. What you mean? Queen d7. But I understand you, though. e5. And pawn e5. e5 again. King d7. Oh, you know what? K is king. EBD. That's immediately I read it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Right? It's yeah in 97, right? 97. Okay, so you have 97, e5, and we have queen d7. That was a number slip. Yeah. Right? 97 looks good. Okay. Cool. 97s. Thanks for the follow, sip phrase. 97s. Let's put it on the board, right? 97, bro. I like that. Chat, like that's, you know what I mean? 97, baby. You know what I'm saying? Garbage. Man, get this man off the board. What is he doing? That is not a move. Bruh. Oh my goodness. He needs some milk. Watch this. After bishop takes g7, king takes g7, he goes b5, and it's real live. You can resign right now. Bruh. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. You can resign right now. Well, your bishop's trapped. There's nothing to do. This is it. What are you doing? What are you doing, right? This is not the same Maroxy bind. This is not the same Maroxy bind. This is why you have to do COE. Calculation over everything, right? Of course, this is a shameless plug. Of course, as we always do that, calculation over everything, shopcantymerch.com. Let's get back to the chess, right? As we get to it. Now, okay, we get back to it. You need to calculate. That's not it. Oh, 97. Oh, you're going to get sent to heaven. Bruh. Real quick. Okay. After queen e3, the move here, lend me a pawn, is correct. Right, I see you. e6. There it is. e6. Ancient didn't like this. Good looks, what's up? e6 is the move here. e6, rook f to d1. Is the move by the engine. They like this a lot. Exactly. I need the e7 square. I want to go queen e7, right? I want to go queen e7 or queen c7. So he brings the rook to d1, right? He brings the rook to d1. What you do now, chat? And you better be careful here. You better watch where you look. Bruh. Before you get cooked. What time to tune in? Well, there he is right here in the chat. Matty D. Perrine is in the chat right now. My opponent from round one, right? From round one. Shout out to him, right? We shouted you out in the beginning too, right? So we're going over this to talk about what really happened and stuff like that. I'm like, you know, you missed it. You're going to have to catch the first part on YouTube, bro. So make sure you hit the sub button if you're watching this from YouTube. And from Twitch, it's in the chat right now. Hit the button, sub. You're going to see this on YouTube. Boss Mo, thanks for the follow. Okay, black to move, chat. Where do you go here? And you better not block with your whole face here. It's black to move. What do you do? What do we have? At this point, I accidentally tipped the board and swear I played e5. Okay, that's the one. Big boss Maddie, yes sir. Maddie D. Perrine in the chat. Yeah, we played in first round of the Elite Chess. This warmed me up. This whole tournament did for the U.S. Masters. And then after U.S. Masters, the greatest tournament I've ever played, I'm on a new wave right now. It's clicking. We're going to keep that up. Drake Candy, what you got? Chat, what do you have? Black to move. Where do you go? We need moves in the chat. What are they? Where do we move our pieces? What do you do? This is pretty ugly, obviously. This is just not something you want to play. Like, I'm not a fan of this position at all. Not a fan of this one, my guy. Not a fan. There he is. He did Queen E7. Okay, so we got Queen 1 for Queen E7. So Queen E7 is cute. Oh man, 7. Queen E7. All right. Rook E8. Okay, very possible. E5 from Shockley. All right, so let's look at all these moves. Queen E7. Yeah. Oh, you might get sent to heaven. Bruh. Real quick. After E5, E5 is a nasty move. And after D takes E5, bishop to C5. Now, of course, you know, in the engine says, yeah, it's okay. Give up the exchange for the dark square bishop. Like, yo, hey. Bruh. I mean, look, I'm not trying to play that way. I don't have to play like that. You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to give up the exchange? Now, it is possible to do this, but like, that already is saying something's wrong with your position. Right? I have to sack the exchange. Like, no, I would rather not do that. But Queen E7 is not the move. The Rook E8 problem here is he still could go E5 in some cases. You also could get squeezed with A4, but I mean, Rook E8 is possible, very possible. I just don't like the fact that my queen is here as well. E5, well, of course, this one you're gonna get hit with the 2-piece across the dome after bishop C5, or even bishop takes E5 in some cases. Right now, knight G4 is, keep this in mind, is a move right now. But you have to find this. You have to have E5 in mind with that. But also the fact that he could go like bishop C5, hit the pawn, and I have to defend this way. Like, look at this. This is gross. What is this? Hey, what am I doing? Am I playing for a win or like what? Like, this is disgusting. So nobody's trying to play like this. So what I do here is I put the queen on C7, hoping that he blunders E5. And why is E5 a blunder? Well, let's check. A little COE for the people in the back. Calculation over everything. E5. After snapsters, he takes back with the bishop. Oh, man. We're going to hit him with a move. Knight G4. Huh. Right? Tactics everywhere. There it is. Yes, sir. Knight G4. Right? Very nasty move. I'm attacking the bishop, even though my queen's hanging. So if he takes my queen, well, I'll take yours. I'm hitting the rook. I'm hitting the knight. I'm hitting the bishop. Everything's hanging. Everything's hanging in one move there. Nasty. So, okay, he takes here. Well, then I get the dark square bishop. I get the bishop pair, right? I can take with the queen or the bishop. Probably bishop is better, as I just have this type of stuff. It's kind of annoying, but the fact that I have this here, right? It's the fact that I got the bishop pair. So he didn't play E5. Of course, he wasn't going to fall for that. He goes rook to C1, which is a very strong move. Look at all the pieces in the game. Believe it or not, let me see what the engine says. Yeah, I remember it was like +1 here, right? But definitely, if you flip the board, I'm taking white because there's space. You feel like there's something here, but you don't really know yet. Like, you can't jump too early because tactics and black's position could spring very quickly, like a coil in a way. So after rook A to C1, I go rook to E8. It's a nice move, getting the rook off the diagonal, because now after rook C1, there's moves like E5 or maybe even C5, which could be possible, which is kind of annoying. So I just want to be off the dark squares. So I go rook E8 and then B5. He plays B5. A takes B5. Believe it or not, now, in fact, I'm actually not, well, this is like +2, but it's a weird +2. Bishop D7, he gets a pawn out of this. This is all right. I played all the right moves, even in this gross position. Right? He takes on F6, takes on F6, and then watch this. Knight D5! Oh my goodness, right? This is lost, right? Or is it, chat? But it is. Black to move here, and you got to figure this out right now. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do, bro? What is going on right now, chat? Whoa, call an ambulance, but not for me, right? Black to move. What do you do? Queen D7, you can't even go there. Quantum all messed up. Garbage. Oh, he all messed. He can't even go there. Bruh. You know what I mean? Like, wow. What a crazy game. Right? He can't even go there. You know, he couldn't even figure it out. Queen D8, he says. Okay, Queen D8. Yeah, Queen D8. Okay. queen d1, right? Patient with it too. Man, both of them at the same time played a move that you can't even play. You know what I mean? It tells you how crazy the position is, right? But they do say queen to d8 is what they're saying. You know what the engine says? What's better is taking the knight. Bro, what?
Bruh. He needs some milk.
You are tripping. You tripping. The engine says this is the best move. You gotta be kidding me. Instead of going into an endgame after queen d8, where I'm just down a pawn. Because that's what happened. He took on f6. He takes on d6, and I'm just down a pawn. I'm down a pawn right now. I'm down a pawn. Stockfish 15. Stockfish 15. Right? Exactly. What engine, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, somebody, yeah, get them engineers. Yeah, we need to call them right now. Like, fix this, bro. Something's wrong with the engine. Rook takes d6, right? So he's up a pawn. He's up a pawn. But of course, if we go back, you know, to the beginning here, like, we got this Najdorf. I go a6, he goes c4. I just messed this up, right? So you already had an advantage here in a nice Maraxi bind where, like, I'm down. I should have probably went e6 first, and then, like, bishop e7 castle and try to play for d5, right? But I played it a little bit different. I played bishop g6, and, like, you know, we get here, right? We get to these positions, rook e8, take, boom, boom, right? Take, and then he takes on d6, right? So he takes on d6, and then I take on c1, take, and I go rook c8 to get a little bit of counterplay. Queen d2, bishop e8, bishop e8. Then he goes g3, which is a nice move. Very nice move, bro.
Bruh.
That means he was calculating COE, right? The problem is I have this, like, weird check, which is really annoying. And if you move the king to f2, I go queen h1, which is really, really annoying, right? Really annoying. And I also have some pressure of my own. Now, engine says +2, but practically as a human, also he was getting in time trouble here too as well. Yes, I'm down a pawn here, but it's tough. Engine says play a4, right? Which is a crazy move. Like, I don't even understand. I guess you go bishop d1 after the check. That's, like, so hard to figure out. You know what I mean? But engine finds it. He goes g3, practical move as a human. But then I find, of course, you know how we do. Tactics. COE, chat. I'm going to need you to figure this out, and I need you to figure it out now. And I want you to tell me what it is. Why? You know, don't tell me the move, but tell me why. Tell me why. Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan here? Do you have a plan, chat? Black to move. What do you do? Lost. Nice. Nice. Yeah, right now this is zeros, believe it or not. It is zeros here. Queen a1, no plan. Hey, look, thanks for the honesty. Random's like, queen a1, no plan, no. Nothing after that. I got queen a1, but I don't have anything after that. That's actually very good. But you do need to figure out a move after that. Pawn to g5, bishop b5. Okay, bishop b5, on g5. Why not queen a1 prior? Queen a1 prior. The reason I want to keep this in reserve, a lot of times, and this is like GM level stuff that I've learned, is you want to keep the option there. Because if I do it right now, then he can do whatever, and then the option's gone. You don't have it anymore. Then you have to deal with the bishop anyway. But if I move the bishop first, I actually technically still have this. And if you try to take it away, then I go maybe queen to b2. There might be some other options available. So I keep the option available. He goes g3. Right, threat is stronger than the execution. Exactly. Right, so queen e5, king g7 would avoid pins of the bishop. Hopefully get the rook more active since it won't be tied down. Looking at the b5 pawn, queen check on a1. Looks hot. Hate that was my move too. Queen a1, right. If queen, then we just fight for a draw. Okay, b6. Here it is. Queen a1 check, which is correct. If king f2, the problem is queen h1, which is why g3 is working backwards and actually really finding a very nice plan, is because he wanted to put his king on g2, but tactically it fails. Tactically, king g2 fails. To what? What does it fail to? Because he goes king g2. He goes king g2. He's up a pawn here, and he's in time trouble. King's on g2. It's black to move. What do you do in this position, chat? You need to put on your COE cap right here. Calculation over everything. I got mine on. I had mine on. In fact, in this game, COE. I don't know which color I was wearing, but I had definitely had on some COE gear. I can promise you that. I had on some COE gear here, and we need to figure this out. Rook to E1. He can't even go there. Wow. Rook G1. He can't even go. Oh, quantum. You need some.
He needs some milk.
My guy. You gotta breathe, bro. You gotta breathe. 4 white claws. Yeah, you need some water. That's what you need, my guy. Some agua. Yeah. I need you to get some water. And then come back. Okay. You notice a rook, right? Rook C1. Okay. Rook C1. Rook A7. H5. King H1. Okay. Right. Rook C1 and Rook G1. Rook C1, King H1. Wow, a lot of Rook C1s here. Okay. Trade queens. We got to hydrate from pensive move. Thank you. Trade queens. Okay. All right. Rook Z9. Wow. Bishop B5. Okay, it's taking. All right, so Rook to C1. Wow. I like it. Garbage. You know what time it is. You already know. Garbage. I mean, what are you talking about? This doesn't work. Rook to D8. Oh my goodness. And it's mate. Rook D8 and it's probably mate. You are losing in every way, in fact. How do you defend this bishop? Oh, a little checky. Oh, that's cute. Oh, a little check. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cute. And I go King H3 and I'm going to stare at you real hard, uncomfortably. Uncomfortable stare right now. This is uncomfortable. You don't have a check that you want to play. I mean, go ahead if you like, right? I mean, what are you doing, right? Don't even put that on the DGT board. Don't even waste the DGT board time by playing that move, right? So that's ridiculous, right? So it does not work, in fact, right? It does not work. It does not work at all. But in fact, I do see one move that, and somebody found it, and it was Mickey Dead Guys. Rook A8. There it is. Rook A8. And we great. Some COE work. It's some COE work for real. And the reason why this is so good is because I was like, what if he goes Rook to D8 anyway, with the idea of, hey, you want to take this, haha, that's cool, right? Because if you take, I'm going to take your bishop. But I was going to allow that to happen because after Rook takes E8 check, King to G7, your queen is hanging. Your bishop is behind it. So after and this is all calculated. If his queen goes to D3 or E3, anything 3, because you have to defend the bishop unless, obviously, I take. There's no check, right? No good check. Queen D8, actually, I calculated. I'm able to get out in some cases, right? I'm also even mating him. I actually looked at, like, what if he tried to go for mate himself? But then Rook takes, King H3. I saw this in calculation. Queen F1, if King G4, oh my goodness. I have F5 check. I also have Rook A takes E4 as a draw if I needed to. But F5 check works. I think it was King F4 and I have Queen C1 or Rook takes E4. Queen C1 loses King E5. Yeah, so Rook takes E4 is mate. Right, this is gross. This is like ridiculous calculation, right? So I play King G7. I mean, sorry, not King G7 here. He doesn't take, but Rook takes. And after Rook takes, I was looking at Queen E3 or D3. Obviously, one of these 3. And I can go Queen to D8. I can even go Queen G7. Queen D8, right? And then you can take. I can go King G7. And then I'm able to take this. Same thing, like, and there's no mate. I'm not getting mated. Queen D4 check. I literally could go King H6. Queen E3, believe it or not, G5. Bro, I was calculating, bro. I was ready for all this. So I played Rook A8. And then to tell you, you know, look, Dalton is strong, right? Dalton's strong. He's strong for a reason. He doesn't even go Rook D8. This is an obvious move to make. Like Rook D8, it's a move that, like, oh, you want to try to play for the win, but like there's so much here. He goes Bishop C4. That's a boss move, bro. And I knew that if he goes Bishop C4, okay, right. And now so he was in time trouble here. So actually, I took here and offered a draw, because I was like, yo, this is just kind of drawn. After bishop takes, rook takes a2. He could go bishop b3. Actually, bishop b3, I have queen a1, queen f1 mate. So what he has to do is like rook d8 check and trade everything off. This was going to be the line. After takes, king here, and then bishop takes, queen b5, and then king g1, and then queen takes b5. Or even king h3. Like, it doesn't really matter. Even king h3. I mean, and then after takes, this is the ending position. And now we're trying to play this out. I mean, I can try to play this out here. Very possible. Right, but I mean, it's on the same side. You know what I mean? Like, on the same side. This is tougher. It's tougher to do. I could play it forever, right? But also Dalton's the homie too. So we took the draw there. So we got a draw there, but from the beginning, this is not how I was supposed to play this. I played the early a6. This doesn't work. e5 is the theory there. Of course, you can go back and look at that, but you look better in this position. Yeah, in the back here, it does look better. But after bishop takes, right, rook d8. Sorry, bishop takes first. Rook d8 takes. Okay, takes. Right, takes. Check. Queen takes b5. It's gonna take a lot of time here. I can't lose, but I also was like, this is the first game, right? So you know what? I'll just take the draw. Black pieces. Win with white. Draw with black. Right. This game, you were lost many times. Correct, right? One chess, right? To be like, I mean, I was like, I mean, go back, right? You know, go back. Yeah, I was losing. I was down a pawn. Like, I'm down a full pawn right now. It's +2 right now. Down a full pawn. For, like, no compensation. This is not the way to go. Like, something went wrong, obviously, right? Something went wrong. But, of course, this is, oh, this would have been mate. But he has to trade, which goes down this line again, which is rook d8. Takes, but you had him. No, this is not had him at all. In fact, let's turn the engine on. And just says straight zeros. Shake hands right now. Shake hands right now. Best move, queen d4. After that, engine says e5, queen d2. And this is a rest. Queen c5, sorry. Queen c5. Engine gives king g2, b5. How are we making progress here? How are we actually making any progress at all without risking the fact that you might actually lose if you're trying to push for a win? There's a difference. My coach actually told me you can play for a win and pushing for a win. And I've actually tried that before and pushed for a win and lost. So you have to learn how to play for a win, which is different from pushing for a win. Yo, Canty, what's the final score? The tournament depends, man. It depends on which tournament you're talking about. But we will reveal that stuff later. This was make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube. This was round 1. We're gonna have round 2 tomorrow. I'll play Dalton Marine here. So yeah, I'll put the PGN in the YouTube as well. So we'll see you guys on the next video.